Hello, wonderful lady. Welcome back to the channel. If you are on the healing journey, whether that it's your period, your hormones, simply your energy, or your relationship with food and training, I know how confusing it can feel. You're trying so many things, you're investing so much time and money, and sometimes it feels like you're going around in circles. And I'm speaking because I've been through that and I know exactly how it feels. So, have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? Sticking to the protocol, new supplements, meditation, even breath work, and yet nothing seems to work, you're definitely not alone. And I see this all the time with women trying to get the period back, recover the energy, or finally feel free around food and exercise. Today, I'm going to break down the four most common healing mistakes that are costing you time, money, energy, and more importantly, I will give you tips on how to fix them so that your body can finally respond. If you can spot even one of these in yourself, you can then course correct and make your journey so much smoother. So let's start with mistake number one, which is constantly changing up protocols. Mistake number one means switching things up, such as new professionals, new supplements, new meditations, new protocol, new TikTok trends every month. And I get it. When we don't see immediate results, it's tempting to chase the next best thing. But here is the problem. Your body needs consistency and stability to heal. Switching things up too often prevents you from knowing, first of all, what actually works for you. One week it's a new supplement, and then it's a new meditation practice, or you're trying a new training style. This hopping around feels very productive because in your brain, you're constantly on the go, you're constantly chasing the recovery. It's like reading a book every week on how to heal from hypothalamic amenorrhea, or listening to another podcast, listening to another video like this one, and not doing much, not engaging in any different actions. But this is one of the biggest reasons people don't see results. This happens because you have fear of missing out on the magic fix. You're stuck in impatience and there is lack of clarity. Your body never gets consistency, which means that it cannot build safety, trust, or adaptation. And as a metaphor, I would say that it's like planting a seed and digging it up every few days to see if it's growing. And I'm pretty sure that you would never do that. You would never plant a tomato and then every couple of days just plant up the seed, dig up the seed and see, are you here yet? When are you arriving? So what works is actually sticking to one aligned approach long enough to let your body feel safe and adapt. That does not mean blindly following forever, but give your body at least 8 to 12 weeks before making a big change. So ask yourself, am I switching because this isn't working or because I'm scared it might take time? So the tip for this week is to pick a plan that feels sustainable, commit to it for at least 8 weeks, and track how your body responds. Give it time and then make adjustments based on what you observe, not what someone else is telling you to do on the latest Instagram reel. Mistake number two, it's flying blind, which means that you don't know where you are and where you want to go. If you don't know where your starting point is or what your goal looks like, it's quite difficult to make meaningful progress because there is no way that you can track them. For example, some women want their period back, but they don't know the current nutrient intake. They are not aware of the exercise load or their stress level. So there is no clear picture inside, which means that it's like trying to drive to an unknown destination without a GPS. It's pretty confusing, isn't it? So if you want your period back, but all your track is calories or your weight, for example, you'll miss important signs like cervical mucus changes, improved sleep, less anxiety, or a more stable mood. When you don't know where you are, everything feels like guesswork. You either underestimate yourself or you panic and think nothing is happening. Define your North Star. Define where you want to go, what you want to achieve. For example, for you, it could be cycle restoration, it could be pregnancy, or maybe it's energy and food freedom. Then choose markers that show you if you're moving there, not just scale weight or step count. And take 10 minutes this week to write it down. Where am I right now? What's my next step? What does success look like for me 3 months from now? Because maybe your success is not going to be defined as success by anyone else's, and that is absolutely fine. Someone else's success is not going to be your type of success. Know where you are, define realistic goals, and map a clear path to get there. When you do this, you will see small wins along the way, which builds momentum and confidence. You can't measure progress if you don't know what matters for you. And if you don't know where the North Star, your ultimate goal is, or even how to track, that's when you can reach out for my team and I will provide you with clarity and a roadmap that will put your body in a state of healing. Mistake number 3 is overestimating your rest and nutrition and then giving up too soon. So mistake number 3 is thinking that you're doing enough. You're eating enough, you're resting enough, and then you give up if things don't improve immediately, which could mean that you may think that you're eating enough or resting enough, but in reality, your body may still be in deficit. This is so common with women who have been in restricted cycle. You think you're nourishing your body enough, but your body's still in survival mode. And then you don't see results right away, and you get frustrated. And I'm going to give you a few examples here because a woman may say, I'm resting. I'm only training 3 times a week now. But maybe the same woman is also walking 15,000 steps and feel guilty when resting. Another one may say, I eat enough, but her intake is still below what her body needs to feel safe to menstruate or to heal. When you are underestimating how much your body needs, you give up quickly when you don't see results. And then you tell yourself, well, told you this doesn't not work for me. But in truth, you just have gone no. You haven't gone far enough. So think of recovery like filling up a bucket. If there is a leak at the bottom and you only drip water in slowly, you will never fill it. You need to pour enough in consistently to actually reach overflow. If you haven't seen improvement yet, I would say don't quit too early. Often you are closer than you think. It just takes a little bit more nourishment, a little bit more rest, and a little bit more trust to actually get to the end goal, to the finish line. So this week, honestly, genuinely evaluate your rest, your nutrition, and your stress. You may want to keep a realistic journal. Healing is slow and it often takes months. So start by celebrating small improvements like better sleep, improved mood, or reduced cravings, because these are signs that your body is responding. And this is connecting me so very well to step number 4, which is mistake number 4, where we focus only on what is not working. And this one is huge. Obsessing over the problems instead of seeing progress. Your mind will naturally focus on what's wrong. That's how we are wired because of a survival mechanism. But if that's all you see, you will constantly feel stuck, even when your period comes back. So the 4th mistake is a mindset trap. Focusing only on what isn't working means that you're fixating on failures, and then your body's going to feel stuck in a state of stress, and that's going to slow down recovery. Instead, look for what is working, even if it's tiny. Maybe your energy has improved slightly, or you're feeling less obsessive about food, or you have been able to go out with someone just for the sake of it, just to grab a coffee and a piece of cake. These are progress markers, and they're just as important as getting your period back. So why do I want you to focus on the things that are currently working instead of what is not working? Because if you fix on scarcity, let's say that you miss a cervical mucus for 1 month, that's going to lead you to panic. If you haven't ovulated yet, that's going to make you feel hopeless. And guess what happens if we are in a constant state of panic and hopelessness? Our body is not going to respond. Our period is not going to come back. And if it's going to come back, it's not going to be regular. And maybe while you're feeling panicky and hopeless, maybe meanwhile, your sleep has improved. Your mood is lighter. Your digestion is calmer. And those are the signs of recovery, of healing that I really want you to pay attention to. What you focus on grows. Let me say that again. What you focus on grows. If you only look at the setbacks, you will drain your motivation. If you track and celebrate even the small wins, you will feel your momentum. So this week, just make sure that you create a wins journal. Every day, jot down even one small signs of progress. Maybe for you, it's going to be less anxiety, more patience with food, better energy, being less irritable, not putting an alarm clock, or even try one different food. This rewires your brain to see that healing is happening, even if the final goal isn't here yet. And that's also why in the Period Comeback Protocol and Restore the Hormones community, we have group calls and we have a support coach because she will keep you accountable and she will make you focus on what is working and in the non-negotiables that needs to take place for your period to come back. So to recap, stop constantly chasing the next protocol, simply commit and track. Know where you are and where you want to go and start to set realistic goals. Do not overestimate your rest and nutrition and evaluate with honesty and patience where you currently are. And last but not least, celebrate what is working. Small wins absolutely matter. Your body knows how to heal, it just needs the right conditions, patience, and more than anything, consistency. And remember, healing isn't about finding the fastest shortcut. It's about creating enough safety for your body to trust you again. And the truth is, you don't have to waste years and thousands of dollars figuring this out all alone. If this resonated and you want support and a clear plan to get your period back, restore your hormones, and feel confident in your body again, that's exactly what we do inside my 3 months program, the Period Comeback Protocol, and you will find the link below so that you can learn more. But if you're listening to this before September the 9th, 2025, and if you're ready to stop wasting time and finally getting your period back, I have something for you. And you can definitely sign up for my free 5 days period comeback challenge. Just click the link below to join us for free in this wonderful journey of discovery and to simply learn more. It's going to be fun, it's going to be transformative, and it's going to be the kick in the butt that you're possibly needing right now. So keep going, lovely. Your body is absolutely capable of so much healing when you give it the right time and the right environment. Thank you so much for being here with me today.